What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today I have a special video in store for you guys. We're going to take this Dewalt 33-inch walk behind mower and mow an extremely overgrown yard and completely transform it. It's going to be really oddly satisfying. And hey, I am going to challenge this video. If this video gets 40 likes, I'm going to upload the very next overgrown yard video next week. I've got 4 overgrown yards that I have already done and recorded. We're going to make a challenge for you guys. This video has to get just 40 likes and I'll upload the next one. Well, this should be a good one. Alright, so let's get started here. As you guys can see, I'm using a Hyper Tough trimmer. If you listen to it, it does sound like it's bogging down just a little bit, like right here. And that's actually because I was using way too long of a string until right about there in that video you guys saw, where I was able to break it down and it finally started running just right. Because as you guys know, if you use too long of a string, it does bog it down just a bit, and I just packed that head of the trimmer, and it actually ended up being way too much in there, but I ran with it until eventually it fixed just well. Whatever I just tried to say there, you guys get what I'm saying. But anyways, this grass was super thick, super dense, and as you can see, very, very tall and very overgrown. And right here coming up, you're going to see me, what I was doing is I was actually looking for snakes under these little logs here, or this firewood that I was getting ready to move. You can already see it in the very next frame. This is a really good one where you can see the grass wrap around the string trimmer head there. But anyways, I'm getting ready to move these firewood right there, these logs, and you'll see me kind of hesitate when I move them. That's because I usually find snakes on yards like this, and they're almost always underneath one of these logs like that. Like you can see, I'm real scared to touch these logs and move them. That's because these logs have not been moved in almost a year. They were actually left here on the last bonfire we had, and they were actually just been sitting there since then. So there were snakes underneath it, and I was really, really scared that one was going to end up biting me. But luckily, there was nothing underneath it this time. And right there, you can really see me hesitate and take a good look. I do apologize, this angle, for some reason, that camera I'm using right there for that point of view ended up kind of giving me a little bit of a blue hue to those clips. So I do apologize for that, but I'll work on that for the next videos as I edit them. So far, I do have to say I am very, very happy with this Hyper Tough string trimmer. As you guys know, I'm running it for the full season so far. I really want to get a new trimmer. I'm kind of itching to buy new equipment, even though I know I just bought the Dewalt 33-inch mower just as the season got started. But I'm kind of itching for something new again. However, I've kind of ran my business off the saying, if you don't need it, don't buy it. And that's done me very, very well. So right now, I don't necessarily need another trimmer. Now, it would be nice to have a backup, because right now this is my only trimmer. But considering the fact that I'm only part-time still mowing, I'm not full-time, I don't necessarily need a backup trimmer as of this time. Even though I did actually ended up needing one, but we'll go over that in a later video. Quick shout out to Sean Stafford, thanks for hooking me up, brother. But anyways, I want you guys to comment below how you think that Dewalt 33-inch mower is actually going to hold up on this property. Comment it below just before we jump into the clip of me actually mowing with it. Now you guys might see that right by the fence line that there's about 6 to 12 inches of grass that has not grown there. So there's really not a whole lot of trimming needed in this property. Now there's a few spots by the fence line where the weeds are grown up and it needed to be trimmed. But for the most part, you notice that there's a good long bare strip. And what we did there, we're going to go over in a later video, but just kind of a little teaser for the future. We did do something to keep the grass from growing there. And now jumping right into it, now we're doing the mower. I know this is the part you guys were waiting to see, so I've got lots of different angles coming for you guys here, as you guys can see. I mean, there's like 4 different cameras being used for this entire property, so you'll get to see excellent shots like that of me knocking some of this stuff down. Now, I would really like to know, do you guys like my commentary on these videos? I need to know because, like I said, I've got 4 other overgrown yards that I'm going to show you guys. So as long as this video gets 40 likes, we're going to upload the next one next week, hopefully. So anyways, I want to know for that video as I'm editing it, do you guys like the commentary, or do you like more just straight overgrown yard mowing and just straight mowing footage, or kind of a combination of both like I'll be doing here? Eventually I'll shut my mouth up and quit talking, and you guys will get to see some good action. Look how it just blasts down that thick stuff there. I mean, that was some pretty heavy stuff. Now check this next slow motion shot out. You'll kind of get to see it knock the stuff down. It's pretty cool. So just to be completely transparent, as I did mow that first and second strip all the way around this property, I did mow it on a much lower setting. As you can kind of see right there and get an idea from that angle, I did mow it on a lower setting, and you will see me miss several spots, especially this little clip right here. You'll see there's going to be a couple of stragglers. I do end up going over the entire yard at the end of this video. I went over the entire yard again after already double cutting it pretty much, just to make sure I got all the extra stragglers. But the first and second pass around this property I did mow on a lower setting, just to try and keep the grass down a little bit around the outside of the property. As of right now, I have to say this mower is an absolute gem. For those of you that actually recommended this mower, I completely agree with you guys. It has been a great addition to my company, even though I started it again. It's been an absolute great piece to start with. As you guys can see here in this video, I mean, I'm just blasting through stuff. Now right here you can see me double cutting it, or at least starting to double cut it. And like I was saying, I do end up triple cutting it. And here's where you can really see how thick this stuff is right there. I mean, you can't even see the mower coming through that grass right there. It's pretty darn thick. Now I don't know how well you heard that mower in one of those previous clips right there when I was going through some of the thicker stuff, and especially up right here. You can kind of hear it bog down just ever so slightly, but I have to admit, it did not bog down nearly as much as I anticipated it bogging down in these videos and on this yard here and on this thicker stuff that I'm doing. And I can honestly admit, I have never gotten it to stall at least once at all yet. Right there when I was lifting those blades up, I thought it would make for a cooler shot, but it didn't quite do exactly what I wanted it to, or it didn't quite come out like I wanted it to. But anyways, as I was saying, I have not been able to make this mower bog, or I should say I haven't been able to make this mower stall down at all, and I have really been trying to make it stall. So far, it is just doing absolutely good. Right here you can actually see those tire tracks in there. This yard was really wet and still holding moisture because we've had a lot of rain out here recently. Believe it or not, those are not ruts. I am not tearing the yard up. It's actually just the brown spots where the mower wheels have pushed the grass down into the water and kind of give those tire marks. But shortly after filming this video, they actually stood right back up and it looked just fine. They're not ruts though, but they are marks, just something to be noted if you're mowing. And now here you're getting ready to see a quick little time lapse. I did end up mowing over the entire yard, and there's a really good shot of the stripes of me laying down. And remember that this yard was really overgrown and really neglected. And I'm really impressed with the stripes that it's laying down considering the fact that it's very overgrown. Hey, I'll never beg you guys for anything, but if you enjoyed this video and would like to tip me for making this video or donate anything to the channel, I do have a link in the description below that will allow you to do that. I really do appreciate it, and I can promise you guys if you guys do decide to tip or donate to the channel, all the money will be invested right back into the channel. You can even comment something that you would really like to see on my channel, and I'd really appreciate it. Also, don't forget that if this video just gets 40 likes, that's 40 likes, I will upload another overgrown yard, and it was on a steep hill. It's one you're not going to want to miss, I promise. I've got to admit, that end product did turn out very good. I'm very impressed with what this mower can do on that yard, and I think it looks great. So hey, if you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button if you haven't already so we can achieve our goal, and consider subscribing if you haven't already. So go check out one of these videos, and there's that overgrown yard playlist. If you like this kind of content, go check out that playlist right there, and you can see a bunch of the overgrown yards that I've also done throughout my time. I really appreciate all you guys for stopping by, watching, commenting, and liking. As always, y'all, I will see y'all in the next video.